I'm sitting on the shore of Lake Huron near Cedarville, Michigan. This is called the Les Chenaux Island area. Les Chenaux is French for the snows, and believe me, in this part of the Upper Peninsula, these people know about winter. My mother's family immigrated here. My grandfather was born in Engen, British Columbia in 1869. My great-grandfather, Long John White, brought his family here in the late 1800s. My grandmother's family from Quebec City, Quebec, French Canadians, maybe mixed in with some First Nations people, we're not sure. They came here, and my grandfather and grandmother got together, had 7 children, and my grandmother died when she was 30 after giving birth to their 7th child, my Aunt Grace. Aunt Grace was just 2 months old when her mother died. Left my grandfather with 7 kids in the Upper Peninsula in 1913. This short video is about the importance of finding out about our family history. In doing some digging, I found out that my great-grandfather, Long John White, left his wife after the birth of their 11th child in 1891 here in the Upper Peninsula. So here's this single mom, 11 kids in the brutal Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and everybody's scrambling for survival. I've noted the pattern passed along through my family. I even look at myself as a survivor. I come up here usually once or twice a year just to hang out for a bit, reflect on what it meant to be a survivor back in those days, but also how that mentality of being a survivor, in spite of some very difficult odds, was passed on to me. And that survivor mentality keeps your body alive, but sometimes you shortchange your soul when you're preoccupied with avoiding loss. So I come up here, I guess, in some way to find a little balance. I sit on the shore, I ponder, I think, I reflect on how difficult it was for my ancestors. And I think somehow in reflecting on the difficulty that these people faced, it also helps offer some grace for their shortcomings. I've got many shortcomings, and I know the people in my life that have made a huge difference are those that have loved me in spite of my shortcomings. They know about them, they don't excuse them, but they love me in spite of my shortcomings. A great healing process for me has been for me to discover something of the family stories back 3 and 4 generations. I've learned some of my father as well. That's another story that I'll share sometimes. I can't go as far back with my father. I don't know as many details, and have no living relatives that I know of on my father's side. Through Ancestry.com, I've traced some of his family back as far as the early 1700s in Germany, but that's about it. I need the stories. We all need our stories. When we begin to see the stories, hear the stories, and picture in our mind what these people went through, what they experienced emotionally, how they attempted to cope, it begins to offer us a bit of God's perspective on individual lives. Hope you enjoy the beautiful view. I sure am. It's kind of a misty, overcast morning here in Cedarville area, but the beauty is just incredible. I'm going to enjoy it for a few more hours, and then I head off to Burt Lake for my annual fishing weekend with a few of my buddies. Bye for now.